Hey everyone, it's Hero at Mindware, and today we're talking about 3 reasons that you want a job target. The first reason is to get your leaders, your stakeholders, or your hiring managers aligned on the characteristics needed for success for a high performer in a given role. So we're not talking about entry level. They have to be likable. They have to have good customer service. And we're also not talking about skills or education. They need to have words per minute or they need to have a bachelor's. We're talking about the drives and natural work style that would really make them good and comfortable in this particular role in your organization. Here's an example. I have this inbound customer service representative. We identified these characteristics. First, they need to be able to work at a steady, unhurried pace because it's an unchanging environment. So yes, they're taking different calls and they need to be able to learn and work and go with the flow, but it's going to be similar calls. It's a really repetitive, over and over, you're helping someone set up their password kind of deal. This person needs to feel comforted by that repetition and be able to get better and better at each call and not feel bristled by that repetition and warned that it's going over and over. So once your leadership are aligned on what good looks like, you're going to be able to get people in the role that are a better fit. Speaking of, number 2, you're going to be able to look beyond the resume in terms of hiring. So let's say again for this inbound customer service role, we wanted someone with 3 years of experience. This candidate comes in, they don't have that experience. But when you look at their target, their natural wiring, they were born for this role. They have that steadiness, that patience that I mentioned, that they're going to feel comfortable in the role. They've got the right amount of dominance, the right amount of extroversion. So you can then weigh in how much the experience matters, those 3 years that you were looking for, and count that they're going to be really good at this role naturally. We can also look at their cognitive target and see if they have the right kind of learning style and learning adaptability for the role. Number 3, you are going to be able to look at longevity of a hire and any potential green flags or red flags. Again, with a candidate like this, green flags all over. They're going to feel really comfortable in this role and they're going to be satiated by the kinds of things that they're going to do on the daily. A second candidate, for example, we have right here, their patience drive is way lower than what we looked for in the target. Again, we want someone who's going to be comfortable with repetition. This person's going to get worn out by that repetition. They naturally have a fast-paced drive. They like handling multiple priorities. So they're going to be looking for something to do pretty quickly, whether that's in their own workspace or elsewhere. So you can look at clues to determine longevity of a hire, or you can even help coach to the role and say, look, I know that naturally you have this fast-paced driving, multiple priorities, natural procrastinator style. What we need is someone who's repetitive. So how can we get you more comfortable with that repetition? And also, what else can I put on your plate to give you that pressure that you like that helps you get things done? So we're able to help coach someone and get them to be able to adapt to fit the role better. That's what I have for you today. Thanks so much.